You don't get what you want, you get who you are. I think we've been approaching self-improvement from the wrong direction. We obsess over habits, our morning routines, our vision boards, our manifestations. And don't get me wrong, those things are super important to an intentional life. But doing the right things doesn't always create the right life. I think every action comes from an identity, and every result comes from those actions, which means that your identity was always the starting point. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe you are. Your life reflects your identity. Here's something I've been thinking about. What if your current reality isn't telling you what's possible? It's telling you what you have been being, the opportunities you go after, the relationships that you stay in, the risks that you avoid, even the way you talk to yourself. None of those happen randomly. They're usually consistent with the identity that you have accepted, because your brain loves consistency. If you have convinced yourself that you're not a disciplined person, your brain will find a way to prove it to you. If you have decided that you are bad with money, your brain will keep making decisions that fit that narrative. So your life starts looking less like luck and more like a reflection. Wanting is not the same thing as becoming. Every time we say, I want confidence, I want success, I want a better life, we are speaking from the version of ourselves that does not have that yet. And there is nothing wrong with wanting more, but eventually you have to stop relating to yourself as the person who is in a state of wanting. Just think about someone you know who is genuinely a confident person. They are not constantly trying to feel confident. They've accepted it as a part of who they are. Their actions do not create that identity. Their identity is what creates the actions that they display. Think of your identity like a script of a movie. Imagine your life is a movie. Most people think changing your life means changing the scenes of the movie. A new job, a new city, a new relationship. But if the script of the movie stays the same, the ending usually stays the same too. You can change the cast, you can change the location, but if the main character still believes that they're unworthy, unlucky, or not enough, they will continue to make the same decisions. And eventually the story might play out exactly the same. The problem was never the scene. It was the script that the character kept following. Identity works in the same way. You're not living your life from scratch every day. You are constantly acting out of the story that you believe of yourself. So, manifestation is not about attracting. It is about becoming. People think that manifestation is like a strategy for getting things. Visualize the dream, affirm the relationship, journal about the money, but none of those things will matter if you deep down still believe and still identify with the version of yourself that does not have them. Identity is not necessarily built by repeating affirmations. It is built by collecting evidence. And that is why identity changes slowly. For instance, the moment you start keeping promises to yourself, over time you will start to trust yourself more. Most people wait to see evidence before they allow themselves to become the new person that they're wishing for. Let me give you some examples. Once I start making the money, I am going to be abundant. Once I find the right relationship, I am going to be lovable. Once I get the right job, I will be more confident. But what if it was the other way around? What if you had the option to just decide who you are? And it's not because evidence exists for it. Your identity does not need permission from your circumstances. The world could disagree with you at first. Your bank account may not match. Your career may not match. Your relationship may not match. And that's completely fine. Just start thinking like that version of yourself that's already become richer, more successful, in a committed relationship, has a lot of friends, has become fitter, etc., etc. Just start thinking like that version of yourself. Convince yourself that you already are who you want to be. Carry yourself like them. Make decisions like them. Wake up and go to sleep like them. And start thinking like them. A part of you may start to feel like you're pretending, but you have to shut that down, because over time, as you keep convincing yourself, you will continue to find evidence to support those beliefs. And over time, slowly but surely, your identity will truly change. But the fastest way to that change is to first believe it from within. The evidence starts to catch up to the identity and not the other way around. And that is also why I don't think manifestation is entirely about attracting something that is outside of you. It is about becoming someone truly and authentically, so completely that your reality eventually catches up to you, and it has no choice but to reflect what you believe in. So this is your sign to be entirely stubborn with the universe and go get exactly what you want. Or even better, go be exactly who you want. Your identity is writing your tomorrow before your tomorrow even arrives. So be careful what you call yourself. Your life is listening. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see next, and I'll see you guys soon.